Today, we're diving into a really powerful story. It's one of those that has a deep lesson about what to do when you're facing a situation that feels, well, completely impossible. So let's just start with a question that kind of frames everything we're about to talk about. Seriously, think about it for a second. When you feel totally trapped with pressure coming from every single direction, what's your first move? What do you actually do? Okay, so our story kicks off in a forest with a pregnant deer. And she's on a mission, She's not just looking for food or water. She's searching for a safe, quiet spot to bring a new life into the world. She's looking for a place of peace. And she finds it, or at least she thinks she does. It's this quiet little patch of tall grass right by a river. It seems absolutely perfect. But just as she settles down and her labor pains start to kick in, everything around her begins to change, and fast. The very first sign of trouble doesn't even come from the forest around her, but from the sky above. It gets dark, clouds start rolling in, and then lightning just starts splitting the sky. That peaceful little sanctuary, it's about to become the exact opposite. So what was her safe space? Very quickly, it turns into a trap, and she's about to be surrounded by danger from literally all sides. Let's just walk through the threats as they appear one by one. She looks over to her left, and her heart just stops. There's a hunter. He's spotted her, his bow is drawn back, and he's ready to let that arrow fly. So, in a panic, she looks to her right, trying to find a way out, but that path is blocked too, this time by another predator. A hungry lion, crouched low in the grass, and its eyes are just locked on her, ready to spring at any second. So she can't go left, she can't go right. What about forward? Nope. A bolt of lightning strikes the dry grass right in front of her, and this wall of flames just erupts and starts spreading right toward her. There is no going forward. Her only option left is to turn back, but there's no escape there either. That river she thought was a source of life, it's now a death trap, a raging, fast-moving current that's just impossible for her to cross, especially now. I mean, can you imagine? She is completely, totally surrounded. A hunter on her left, a lion on her right, a raging fire in front, and a deep river behind her. Her mind is just racing with these panicked questions. There's no good answer, no obvious way out. What on earth can she possibly do? And this is the crucial moment. Faced with what looks like certain death from every direction, what does she do? Does she run into the flames? Charge the lion? What she does next is so unexpected, and it changes absolutely everything. She just lets go. Instead of fighting the hunter or the lion or the fire or the river, all these things she has zero control over, she turns her attention inward. She focuses on the one and only thing she can do, her single most important priority, giving birth to her fawn. And in that moment of pure focus, the world just shifts. The second she commits to her focus, this incredible, almost magical chain reaction starts. A flash of lightning blinds the hunter right as he shoots. His arrow flies wild, completely missing the deer, and hits the lion instead. The wounded lion lets out this huge roar, which scares the hunter so badly he just runs away in terror. At that exact same moment, the storm breaks loose. A heavy rain starts pouring down, completely putting out the fire. And just like that, all the threats are gone. In the sudden peace and quiet, the deer gives birth to a perfectly healthy fawn. Every single one of her external problems was solved, not because she fought them, but because she focused on the only thing she could control. This story is so much more than just a nice little fable, right? It has this incredibly powerful and practical lesson for how we can navigate the crises in our own lives. So let's break down what we can really learn from the deer's dilemma. The core idea here is a pretty clear guide for when things get chaotic. It's basically saying that in those overwhelming moments, maybe the smartest thing to do is to just let go of the outcome, surrender to what's going to happen, and pour all of your energy into your main responsibility. You see, the deer just instinctively got it. She understood the difference between what she couldn't control, the hunter's aim, the lion's hunger, the fire's path, and the one thing she absolutely could control, her own response. And that is the key. So often, we burn all our energy worrying about external things and what other people are doing, when our real power is in mastering our own focus and our own priorities. So, what does this mean for you and me right now? Well, when you feel surrounded by problems, at work, in your personal life, the lesson is to just stop. Take a breath and figure out what your single most important task is. What's your fawn? Then pour all your energy into that one thing. You have to accept that you can't control all the other stuff. And just trust that by focusing your energy where it matters most, the other problems, they often have a way of sorting themselves out, sometimes in ways you could never have even imagined. And that really just leaves us with one final thought to reflect on. Right now, in the middle of whatever your personal storm is, with all the pressures and demands that feel like they're closing in, what is the one thing that truly matters? What is the fun that you need to be focusing on right now?